With your latest news, I'm April Cummings. The Department of Environmental Health reports a small surface fire at the landfill around 4 p.m. today. The Cayman Islands Fire Service is working alongside colleagues from DEH. They say the fire is out at this hour. DEH crews will continue to monitor the area throughout the night and notify the Cayman Islands Fire Service immediately if any smoke is observed. Officials say the incident appears to have been caused when a vehicle drove over a mobile phone battery or similar that had been discarded in regular waste while compacting an area of the landfill site, which caused the battery to burst and ignite. DEH Director Richard Sims says any kind of battery, even those found in small things like mobile phones, pose an increased risk of combustion and should be separated from other waste materials when disposing. He says the Georgetown landfill has a designated area for batteries, and they encourage the public to use that area. An expression of gratitude from the Chief Medical Officer, Dr. John Lee, for the hard work of everyone involved in the COVID-19 vaccination program to date.
I'd like to thank all of the public health nurses and other staff at the HSA who have pulled together to launch this vaccination campaign throughout our community and the Sister Islands. They have done a really amazing job so far, and I know it has involved a great deal of hard work and very long days.
Dr. Lee's comments come as the government announced an additional shipment of Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine would be arriving later this month on a British Airways flight, and the expansion of the program to include all three groups in the first stage of the National Vaccination Plan. You can find out more at exploregov.ky/coronavirus. You can also visit the hsa.ky website to find out specific details on where you can receive the vaccine. Saturday morning's fatal crash in West Bay remains under investigation tonight. A 24-year-old West Bay man died in the crash, which happened after a green Honda Accord went through a police checkpoint around 12:15. Police say they followed at a safe distance, lost sight of the vehicle, which collided a few minutes later with a home on Willie Farrington Drive. 2 other people in the vehicle were hurt, but no one in the home was injured. If you have information, contact the Traffic and Roads Policing Unit at 649-6254. The Office of the Ombudsman is overseeing matters in the investigation as it involves a serious harm to a member of the public who had been in recent contact with police. No new details from police after a car goes up in flames in Town during a collision there Sunday evening. People on the scene described to Radio Cayman what they saw and heard.
And it hit the wall, and then it flew down to the area where the car is at now. And then I ran outside and I just saw the car on fire. And when I came out, they were trying to get him out the car.
So were they able to get him out?
Yeah, he's right there.
Isn't that guy walking?
Yeah, that's him right there.
It happened pretty fast, and the car went up in flames in like literal seconds, honestly seconds. Had it not been for these guys, he would have been a dead man right now, honestly speaking.
But I help him man bust open the door and come out. The boss said foot stop, but in rocking foot until he come out, and then he come out. It's gonna be crispy right now.
The crash happened around 8:45 near the intersection of Easy Street and Condor Drive in Town. The driver appeared to have no injuries. The clock is ticking as your last chance to register to vote for the May 26 general election approaches on Wednesday.
For persons who have not yet registered, who say, well, I don't know if there's going to be anybody running that I want to vote for. You need to register now in order to cast your vote on the 26th of May. We don't know everybody who is going to run, but if by chance you choose not to get registered and then somebody declares and gets nominated in your electoral district and you can't vote, you're up the creek.
Deputy Supervisor of Elections Sheena Glasgow tells Radio Cayman you can register to vote, get that behind you, and then make the choice as to whether you will or will not go out to cast your vote. It's a sentiment echoed by Supervisor of Elections Wesley Howell.
Folks are coming in now not knowing who has declared an interest in running in their particular area. By the time you get to nominations day, if you're not on, it's too late to get on at that point. Unfortunately, that's the way our current legislation is.
Wednesday is the last day to register for the 2021 election, and officials are still happy to get you sorted. You can visit elections.ky online or call 949-8047 for information. After Wednesday, the next big election event will be the dissolution of Parliament on March 29th, followed by Nomination Day on the 31st.
Nomination Day takes place on one day, so it's a one-shot deal. Candidates have to be nominated by 2 electors in that particular electoral district. They pay their candidate deposit, it's $1,000, and we're off to the races.
And Election Day, that's on May 26th. Gas prices spike in Cayman Brac. Radio Cayman's Carsley Fuller has the details.
According to the Overall Retail Network weekly analysis done by the Utility and Competition Regulation Office, self-service regular gasoline across Grand Cayman is $3.89 a gallon, which is unchanged since the last check on December 29th. Premium self-service gasoline is logging in at $4.27 a gallon, while diesel is averaging $3.88, a bump of 2 cents. For a quick comparison, 6 months ago, gas prices in Grand Cayman were $3.84 for regular, $4.25 for premium, and $3.87 for diesel. For Grand Cayman, the average price for regular gas is $4.09 a gallon. The cheapest is reportedly being sold at Mike's 7 Mile, where Off-Reg says it's $3.77 a self-service gallon. The average price for regular gas jumped 10 cents in Cayman Brac to $4.22. Folks on Little Cayman are still paying $4.92 a gallon. On the diesel side of things, the average price is now $3.85 on Grand Cayman. Off-Reg says the cheapest is being sold at Refuel for $3.32. The average price of gasoline in Florida is up to $2.30 for regular and $2.94 U.S. for premium, according to AAA. Log on to offreg.ky for the full breakdown. Reporting for Radio Cayman News, I'm Carsley Fuller.
Amplify Cayman says it aims to provide a transparent platform on popular topics affecting our society. And high on its agenda, an environmental survey. Radio Cayman's Felicia Rankin-Solins has more.
Amplify Cayman has launched an online survey aimed at gauging public opinion on local and global environmental issues impacting the Cayman Islands. Survey questions are based on the guiding principles of the Cayman Islands Environment Charter, upheld by the Cayman Islands Constitution, Section 18, Protection of the Environment, and United Nations Sustainable Development Goal Number 12, Responsible Consumption and Production. Amplify will collect, review, and provide resulting data to local and international stakeholders, which include the general public, nonprofit organizations, private sector actors, and government stakeholders. Globally, leaders agree that a truly sustainable recovery post-COVID-19 presents the need for data-driven decisions and policies that are centered on the overall well-being and health of a nation's people and natural environment. With an election set for May 2021, it is also their hope that the results of this survey will assist candidates running for office to set environmental goals and commitments which align with the perspectives of the Cayman people. The survey will be open for a period of 1 month from January 15th to February 15th. Results will be shared with the public in a report that will be provided by March 30th. For Radio Cayman News, I'm Felicia Rankin-Solins.
Felicia says all respondents will be eligible to win one of 10 $50 grocery gift certificates. The National Roads Authority has confirmed Mr. Edward Howard as its new managing director. Radio Cayman's Dion Anglin has more.
Mr. Howard has held the position of Deputy Managing Director at the NRA for the past 17 years. During that period, he has completed several stints as Acting Managing Director, the latest being for a little over 2 years, beginning in April of 2018. Mr. Howard's career with the Cayman Islands government spans more than 30 years, with positions held at the CIG Planning Department, Public Works Department, and the National Roads Authority. He holds a bachelor's degree in civil engineering from Howard University, a master's degree in transportation engineering from the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, and an MBA in finance from the University of Leicester in the United Kingdom. Reporting for Radio Cayman News, I'm Dion Anglin.
Now, Granny was granted to everybody in the avenue of Daffodil Street, whether they were family or not.
This weekend on Saturday, Radio Cayman will feature the stories of the late Twyla Vargas. Miss Vargas was an author, storyteller, sculptor, and advocate for the preservation of Caymanian heritage and culture. Miss Twyla had a knack for making us smile and laugh and reminded us all not to forget from whence we came. Culture Minister the Honorable Dwayne Seymour tells Radio Cayman that he grew up just a few homes away from her. He said he saw television for the first time in her house, and her paintings hang on the walls of his office today. Mr. Seymour said everyone knows Ms. Twyla held no punches when it came to advocating for her community, but he appreciated her advice, and she will forever be missed. You can hear her stories here on Radio Cayman at 9 a.m. this Saturday morning. That is your latest local news from Radio Cayman's newsroom. I'm April Cummings.